you were saying that this particular dollhouse was your original inspiration.
It was. So this is, I like to believe, the same dollhouse I got when I was 6. It is definitely the same type of house. And these interiors brought back so many memories, a flood of memories when I saw them online. I was looking at the pictures. And what I didn't realize at the time is that I was so inspired by the colors and these rooms that I carried them into my real life. My daughter's nursery, when she was a baby, was this pale pink with blue. And I even had scalloping that I painted her floors, and I did a scallop motif on the sides of her floors that I stenciled. And when I saw this dollhouse with the children's room, with the scalloping around the windows and the colors, I realized that was always my ideal nursery because of this dollhouse. That's what I saw as an ideal. So I was definitely inspired by this house. And a lot of the furniture inside of it is what I remember from my childhood. Not all of it, but a lot of it. The sofa and the chairs in particular, like, resonated. That was what I first saw, and the dollhouse that I bought up there was that sofa, and I just about died. Like, oh, that's the one I had as a kid. Oh gosh, you know. And I had to buy a whole house to buy that sofa, you know. So this is what started it. Once you get one piece, you know, you look at the bottom, you can see who made it, and then you just go, thankfully, the internet, we have eBay and all of these resources now that we never had, you know, a long time ago in the olden days. And we even have these little cute lights. That's just, you know, that can light up our houses now, that you don't have to wire everything. The LED, little mini batteries make even lighting a house this small a lot easier. And again, these are all 3D printed, not by me, by somebody I know. And they really make the house look a lot more cozy and real. They add to the charm. Oops. There we go. And then I also have canisters. I've got some those types of lights.
It's fantastic.
And there's one in here too.
Again, you had said this is metal.
Yes, so I have everything on magnets.
Okay.
Yes. Everything's on magnets. And and then I use this little putty, earthquake putty, to hold things down. So, because otherwise there nothing would be upright. It would just walking past it, things would fall. So, and do. So
So originally, how old would this be?
This is 1950, I believe.
Okay.
I want to say that year, or right in that year, is when they started producing them. Meg did 2. This is the other one. And this is by a company called Play Steel. And they only did 2 houses, and these are both of them.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And they look a little different on the outside, but the interiors are the same.
Just beautiful.
This one has mostly Renwall furniture, but there's a lot of Plasco furniture also. There were, like, you know, during that time, there were definitely companies competing. So you have different types of furniture. Sometimes the scales are slightly different. There's slightly different designs and things, but otherwise you can tell that they used a lot of the same molds and just in different colors and things like that.
Now, when did you find this?
I got this one about 6 months ago.
Oh my gosh.
So the one that, so this is the one that I bought way, like, almost 2 years ago now. And this looks like this inside. So when I saw it online, I thought that I was buying this house because that's when I remembered it so clearly, the rooms. And then when I got it, I'm like, I don't remember it looking like this. I thought it had stone. You know, I remember stone on the outside of the house. And so it turns out that the house that I really had was this version of the house. So it took me a lot longer to find this one. This one is harder to find, and it's more coveted, I would say, by collectors. So I finally did find it, and it wasn't going to kill me financially, because sometimes it's getting crazy out there. It's when I started collecting, like when I bought this house, I think with shipping, I think I paid $60, and this was a lot more than that. The prices are starting to go up, so I think people, are starting to realize that these are kind of cool things to have. So it's I feel like my collection, what started off was just like, I just wanted to do it because I love it. Well, my kids could probably, sell it someday. Could it be worth nothing? Or maybe it will be in my museum.
I love that. I love it.
And the inspiration and the Renwall family. This is also, this family is actually special because there's no other family like them. This is Renwall was the only company to make jointed figures. They're painted plastic. I got some goop on him because he was holding something before. And they're all one color underneath this, and then they're painted. This guy's probably brown, so he's probably 100% brown, and then they painted the rest on. She is actually red in real life, and they painted on her skin. And her dress broke, so I put a little fabric over it. But most of the dolls are not made from this hard plastic. They're made from something that's more flexible, softer plastic. The Renwall family is the only one that's made of hard plastic. And there are kids, or babies, and there's a boy, a young man, I should say, also, who's their son. But in my house, I have twin girls.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. And then there's also a baby in there. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love this as Rockabye Baby nursery rhymes on the wall.
Yeah.
And the nursery wall.
Yeah.
Humpty Dumpty.
Oh, and I made the bedding. You want to see? So this is the kind of thing that I like to do to make my houses stand out. And this is what I did even as a kid. But I used some foam, and I made some mattresses, and then these are all, this is from an old handkerchief. And little handkerchiefs are perfect for making bedding and curtains and pillows and things, because they did petite point on most of them. So with this one, I just backed this sheer. It was a beautiful sheer, like ladies hanky, and I backed it with some peach colored fabric, and I put some small trim on it, and I created custom bedding for this bedroom that matches perfect.
And matching pillows?
And matching pillows, yeah. Yeah. I like doing little matching. I'm a matchy girl, kind of. Bright colors, but I like things to go. And I made the bedding also for the parents in their room. I made the lamp. And then, let's see. Yes, I made this one too. And this is also a handkerchief that somebody tatted. And I used the more decorative parts of it to make the shams and the pillows. And this is where I did as a kid too. So I'm so happy. Look.
Is that a scale?
It is.
Oh,
and that's original.
You're right. It just comes with everything.
And I made these little rugs. This is just flannel backed with tape, gaffer's tape. So it has a little stiffness to it. But yeah, I like adding all these little things to make it seem more real. And that was what I did as a kid too, was I would just make little things. I made toothpaste and toothpaste. I just sat in my room for hours and hours making things for my dollhouse. So now I get to do it again.
Yes. And share it with you.
I do.